Hello everyone, I welcome you back to my channel, and today I have brought a very important topic, and that is what? That is economic planning in India. So we have to know something related to the economic planning. First of all, see, if you have seen this as a definition point of view, then obviously you will think that it will not be helpful for you. But yes, there are some of you who might not have known anything, about the planning commission that took place in India. So it is my responsibility to explain you all in each detail, so that whenever any questions that comes from this planning commission, you can easily attempt it. So let's move to our explanation right now, and I have brought some few important MCQs and also the definitions. So with this video you will understand the importance of this topic. Let's go. Economic planning is what? It is the making of what? Major economic decisions. What and how much is to be produced and to whom it is to be allocated. That is the resources. On the basis of a comprehensive survey of the economic system as a whole. Very important. You don't need to take by heart, but just understand it. What do you mean by the economic planning? It is nothing but what, how, and when, and how much of the resources that is to be distributed to the people on the basis of some of the survey of the economic system as a whole. Then what we have next, you need to know, is the National Planning Committee. What is it? So it was set up in 1938 by whom? By the INC for the first time, to define what? To define the planning in India that is to be taken. So some of the few basic features of the planning is that planning is the process, how to distribute, how to allocate the resources to the people. And the second, planning must have the well-defined goals, and also the optimum or the maximum utilization of the available resources to the people. Then moving to the major objectives of the 5 years plan, what we find that 5-year plans has the objective of the cooperative federalism, and one is the welfare state, to bring the welfare state and to eliminate what? Very important, to eliminate the poverty and to bring the economic and the social change in the society. Then some of the again important objectives are to bring the economic growth, generation of employment, controlling what? Inequality, and improvement in the self-reliance, and to bring the modernization. Now here comes the very important topic to be discussed here, that the planning commission is what? It was, it is not is now. Right now we have the Niti Aayog instead of the planning commission. So remember that planning commission was in what? Extra constitutional, and non-statutory body. You have to remember, you have to know the difference between the constitutional and the statutory body. And here we have the advisory body and a think tank body on economic development with the Prime Minister what? As its ex officio chairman. Then it is what? It is an autonomous body, independent body, and it has a technical body consisting with experts and the professionals. They are from the different disciplines or the different array of specific areas, and it is consisting of the executive powers. That important MCQs I have brought up here. See, the first, what we have, name the first chairman of the planning commission. It was very easy. What is it? It is Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Then the next question, what we have, who is called as the father of Indian planning. You have to remember the important writer here, and that is the M. Visvesvaraya, or we can say the economist. Then see, the next question is what? Who of the following was the author of the chapter on objectives of planned development for the 5-year plan? Is it Lal Bahadur Shastri, or Deshmukh, or the Nehru, or the Morarji Desai? You have to tell me which one. And your answer is what? Your answer is this one, Morarji Desai. Remember this, Then the 5-year plans are finally approved by the what? It is approved by the NDC, that is National Development Council, or the President, or the Prime Minister. You have to answer me which one. And the answer is this, National Development Council. Then what? Let us know something again about the planning commission. Here the planning commission was established in which year? Remember this, it was established in 1950 in accordance with Article 39. Here comes the importance of the directive principles of state policy, and it is what? Planning commission is headed by whom? by the Prime Minister of India. Okay, then again what we have to know, we have already known this, I guess, that this National Planning Commission is an advisory body and it is attached to the Planning Commission, which was established in 1965. So now, very important topic, okay, we have to know is the 5-year plans here. What are the 5-year plans? Right, we are learning about the Planning Commission. So we have to understand, okay, in a simplified manner about the 5-year plans. Say, first of all, what we can know? The 5-year plan is in what? It is a plan of action. Thus, what does it reflect? It reflects the intent of the government, okay, and the national, regional, and the sectoral level. Very important. Now moving, okay, let's discuss one by one about the 12 5-year plans. We had 12 5-year plans, right? Right now it is Niti Aayog, so don't get confused, okay? The first one is what? That is the first year 5-year plan. Remember, it constituted in 1951 till 1956. Very important year to be remembered. Don't be confused with this. So, sorry. So, what are its objective? Its objective was to focus what? To stimulate the balanced economic development in our country, okay? We all know what was the condition of our Indian system after or before the independence. So, this is how the first 5-year plan it tried to improve the economic condition of the people. And the highest priority was given on what? Agriculture, remember this, and secondary irrigation and the power project. Very important thing to be remembered. Then here, you have to know some factual thing is that rate of investment targeted what? At 7% of the national income, and national income grew by what percent? 18%. And food production also increased by what? 20% in the first 5-year plan of what? 1951 and 56. Now, let's move to the second plan. That is very important. The second plan is what? It took place in which year? In 1956 to 61. So what were its objectives? To increase the national income by what? 25%. This one you have to remember. The second 5-year plan is related to what? Rapid industrialization. Whereas the first 5-year plan was related to what? It was related to the agriculture. You have to remember this. Most of the time, the APSC or the state examination of the Assam, they asked this question most oftenly. So don't get confused. Then what we have to know again? See, large industries like what? Steel plants like belonging to Durgapur, Bhilai and Rourkela, Barsadaf, and per capita rose by what percent? 8%. Okay, remembering this, remember rapid industrialization and emphasis was given on what? Heavy industries. You have to remember this. Now let's move to the third plan, which was held in 1961 to 1966. So it gave emphasis on the basic industries that continue, but you know, agriculture and the elite sectors, including of irrigation and the power, they were allocated how much of the outlay? That is 35%. And you know, one important incident took place, that is a series of crises. What are those? That is the China War. We all know this. That took place in 1962, and our former prime ministers, that is the Nehru's death in 1964, and drought, that is the famine which took place in 1965 to 66, and that is the important personality Lal Bahadur Shastri's death in what? In which year? In 1966. So it affected what? It affected a smooth implementation of the third plan. So because of this condition, you have to remember what happened. There was a gap in the plan period. Since we all know after 66, that is 1966, okay, directly there should have been the fourth 5-year plan. But due to this condition, what we have gap in the plan period, and that took place in 1966 to 1969, and which is also known as the plan holiday. That was declared for 3 years. Very important things to be remembered. Then moving to the fourth 5-year plan after the plan holiday, okay, there was an improvement, and we had the fourth 5-year plan, that is 1969 to 74, and it gave emphasis on what? Growth and the distributive justice. Then the goal of attaining the self-sufficiency in agriculture and the industrial production. So without any further delay, let's go to the fifth plan that took place in 1974 to 79. Remember, its main objective was to remove what? Poverty and the attainment of the self-reliance. So again, small thing to remember, a national program, what? A minimum needs including the elementary education, safe drinking water, and healthcare and shelter for the landless was being put forwarded. Then moving to the 6th plan, what we have in 1985 to 90, the first agenda was to remove the poverty, that is the poverty alleviation and qualitative improvement in the living standards of people by means of what? Minimum need program. Remember this, minimum need program was put up in which plan? That was the 6th 5-year plan of 1985 and 1990. Okay, so moving to the 7th plan. Don't get confused here and do not give up. Okay, watch the video till the end. You will know many things, and I have put up some important MCQs also after this explanation. So, okay, 7th 5-year plan, when was it held? It was held in 1985 to 1990, and it gave strong emphasis on what? Creation of the productive employment on farm as well as the rural subsidiary occupation. Very important. And maximum stress was given on the increasing of the production of the food grains, oilseeds, sugar, textiles, domestic fuel, and the housing. Remember this. Then we have the 8th plan, that is in 1992 to 1997. You have to remember this one. Okay, it was launched in 1992 after what? After the planned holiday during the economically and the politically difficult days of 1990 and 1991, and also 1991 to 1992. Very important. And the economic paradigm, it shifted what? It shifted with the acceptance of liberalization, and the need for the market-oriented forces to play a greater role was in rise. Then moving to the next 9th plan, we have the period 1997 to 2002. Very important. We are going to end. Okay. See, the growth with the social justice and the equality. You have to remember this. Growth with the social justice and the equality. And I'm really sorry, the 10th plan I have forgotten to written this. So let me just summarize. The 10th 5-year plan, it was given a what? Ambitious target of the 8%, okay? To increase the 8% of the growth rate for the economy against the prevailing rate of 5.5%. That is to improve the national income or the capital income by 8%. That is the 10 plan. Okay, I'm really sorry I have not given, but that was not that important. Just remember the year for the 10 plan was what? I'm really sorry I have not given the date also, right? The period for the 10th 5-year plan was what? It was 2002 to 2007. Okay, now let's move to the 11th plan. In the 11th plan, the period is what? 2007 to 2012. What was the agenda? To resolve the regional imbalance that was prevailing in the country, and to plan the document and the subtitle, that is the inclusive growth. Very important. Inclusive growth, what? Both faster and the more inclusive. Let's move to the 12th plan, and that is the last plan. Okay, that is the 2012 to 2017. Remember, the basic objective was the faster and the more inclusive and the sustainable growth, and better performance in agriculture for growth to be more inclusive, plus faster creation of jobs, especially in the manufacturing, and a strong effort at what? Health, education, and the skill development sector. So I have given you the important details of all the 5-year plans, okay, excluding the 10th 5-year plan. I'm really sorry for that. Now, according to our explanation, now let's move to the important MCQs that I have brought up. And the first, what we have, the rolling plan. Very important. The rolling plan was designed for the period of which? Remember this, 1978 to 1980. Very important. Moving to the next question. The main objective of first 5-year plan was what? I already told you. The main objective of the first 5-year plan was to tell me. It was what? It was the development of agriculture, right? You remember, including the irrigation and the power projects. I have already explained it. Then, let's move to the next. India had a planned holiday. When? Do tell me. You have already read it. Your answer should be what? Your answer should be, do tell me, after the what? Please tell me. Your answer is after the India-Pakistan war in 1965. You remember this? Okay. Then the next question is what? The strategy of the rolling plan was adopted during the prime ministership of whom? You have to tell me. Very important. And your answer is Morarji Desai. Let's move to the next. The deputy chairman of the planning commission is what? Very simple. Okay. Don't get confused with the chairman. It is not prime minister. I have already given you the clue. So to tell me, The deputy chairman of the commission is what? That holds the rank of a cabinet minister. Okay, don't get confused. Economic planning is a subject. What? It is in which list? Whether it is in union, concurrent, or the state list. We all know about the union list. Okay, so the answer is this union list. And let's move to the next. In India, the concepts of minimum needs and the directed anti-poverty programs, they were the innovations of which 5-year plan? Do tell me. That is the fifth 5-year plan. Okay, then let's move to the next question. The Garibi Hatao, that is to eradicate the poverty slogan, was coined during which 5-year plan? You have to tell me. Okay, and that is the third 5-year plan. Now moving to the next. Which one of the following 5-year plans recognize human development as the core of all the developmental efforts? You have to tell me. Which one? Do tell me first. Okay, your answer is the 8th 5-year plan. Very important. Then whenever, okay, in the future when you will attempt this exam, okay, surely 1 or 2 or 5 questions will come. Then you will remember my lectures. Okay, so be attentive. So next question. There was no 5-year plan in India for 3 years during what? I have already told you. It is very easy and I know you will answer it, and that is the 1966 to 1969, right? Then let's move to the next question. We are going to end the lecture. Don't worry. Modern economy is one of the what? I have brought some extra question here. Do tell me. Modern economy is known as the what? That is the credit economy, right? Very important. In the economy section also, I'll try to come up with the very important topics and the MCQs. And I hope you'll have liked my channel. And yes, thank you so much. And do subscribe to my channel and like it, okay? And all the best for your exam. And bye-bye. Take care.